Hello, I'm Shihab Rutansi in Washington. Here are the main stories brought to you by Al Jazeera. President Barack Obama says U.S. combat in Iraq will end at the end of this month. The White House is touting the declaration as a campaign promise well kept. However, 50,000 U.S. troops will remain stationed in Iraq through next year, taking part in what have been described as counter-terrorism missions. In Pakistan, relief efforts in the flood-ravaged northwest are struggling to keep pace with the needs of the millions affected. And some survivors say the government is doing too little to help them. Aid is beginning to get through, but many areas are still cut off. At least 1,200 people have been killed and an estimated 2.5 million affected. Pakistani authorities have dispatched medical teams to the northwest amid fears that cholera could spread in the aftermath of the country's worst floods in decades. 7 people have been killed during anti-government protests in Indian-administered Kashmir after troops fired live ammunition and tear gas. Just the latest incident in a series of clashes that have left at least 40 dead over the past 7 weeks. Israel has agreed to participate with the United Nations investigation into its attack on a Gaza-bound flotilla in May. The raid on the Mavi Marmara left 9 Turkish activists dead and strained relations between Israel and Turkey. Until now, Israel had refused to work with the UN in addressing the incident. The flotilla had been trying to breach Israel's 3-year blockade of the Gaza Strip when the incident took place. Engineers in the Gulf of Mexico hope to begin a procedure to plug BP's leaking well on Tuesday now. At the moment, a temporary cap is in place to prevent more oil from leaking into the ocean. The next step is called static kill, and there's no certainty it will work, but the procedure involves boats pumping drilling mud down into the well. That mud travels through pipes which are fixed to the blowout preventer, and if the mud succeeds in pushing down the oil, concrete will be added to form a permanent seal. And those are the top stories. You can always keep up to date with the news on our website, the address aljazeera.net/English.